So, the year has ended, and I'm glad it's over. I couldn't really do a top 10 of 2025.
What do you mean by that?
I'm going to switch it up. I'm just going to be top things that I loved from 2025. So, let's get right into it. First thing of the year was the Sinners movie, the absolute cinema. I didn't watch the trailers. I just knew it was just a vampire movie. What I got was way more than that. This is a cautionary tale on using your talent more selfishly and the consequences that deal with that. Inside of a vampire movie, which is kind of spiritual, I know to the Christian viewers that are watching, hear me out. Cautionary tales are there for a reason. Here's the bad side, and here's the light side. The dark side and the light side. Star Wars, babies.
Huh?
And then it's a period piece, especially around that time, and the subject matter that they touch upon. Absolutely phenomenal. I kind of wish they could do like a hip-hop... Everybody's seen the movie, right? Everybody's seen the movie. I wish I could do like a hip-hop version of it right after this, because like, especially with the whole P. Diddy stuff coming out, I'm like, dude, this would be perfect. This is juicy.
Savage! I'm a savage! Oh!
Maybe P. Diddy could be like the next vampire. Anyways, yeah, this movie was incredible. I watched it like, 2-3 times. This movie, phenomenal. I had to talk about it. I know I didn't really make a video about it, but I bought it. I kind of want to get a physical copy just so that way it can look clean on the screen, you know? And I really do love the fact that Ryan Coogler can make such bold moves in film and cinema, because this was the most refreshing movie, and I love Michael B. Jordan playing both of the twins. That was absolutely phenomenal. Great acting. I don't know how they did certain scenes, because you can kind of tell with the Austin Powers movies where like it's just a dummy sometimes, or like somebody else in a wig. Attention to detail is what I want to say. And that's what Ryan Coogler is good at, and just this movie is just so phenomenally good. And looking back at my Fandango, like the movies because I buy tickets through Fandango, I know how the academies are. I think this movie should win movie of the year. That's how good this movie was. Like, this was, I know everybody praises and rides Christopher Nolan. The Sinners movie, absolutely phenomenal. Go out and watch it if you haven't watched it yet. The next one, I'm gonna stick to the horror. Welcome to Derry. Oh my goodness gracious. This was a unexpected surprise. Like, and I know I've been seeing the complaints about Stranger Things. I haven't watched it yet, but Welcome to Derry does something that I really like personally. I wouldn't say it's the best show. I haven't watched that many shows either. I'm not much of a show viewer unless like I'm really interested in it or it caught my interest and keeps my interest. Welcome to Derry hooked me the first episode with the freaking kids, dude. Like, way to maim it, dude. Like, oh my gosh, dude. Like, they did not hold any punches. And there was some more stuff that happened later. I don't want to spoil too much if you haven't seen it. But if you know what I'm talking about, this is basically a prequel to the It Chapter 1. It really solidifies, like, the world you can play with in Stephen King's stories. Like, it was kind of like a blend of everything. They had the guy from The Shining help out. They had Shawshank Redemption was shown on like one of the buses. It seems like they're trying to build their own universe, but with HBO Max being bought by Netflix, I don't know if we'll even get a good like season 2. Who knows? Because I'm sorry, Netflix sucks now. And with the prequel, this explains what that kid was showing. I forgot his name, where he was going through the book and he was seeing every incident that's happened over the years, and people just somehow forget about it. And explains a lot of like stuff that you kind of question when you're watching the movies themselves. And it answers some of them. And I like what they did with Pennywise, where like they held back. Dude, he is merciless, like, because you never know what these characters, who's gonna live, who's gonna die, and who's related to who. And I really like that stuff. I like lore building, and I think that's why I love this show so much. And not just that, but it was very well made. Bring it on for more. I'm ready for season 2. I'm ready to see what happened with the Easter egg, or with the eggs. Superman. I did review this for my channel with Big Bake. I rewatched it. Oh my goodness. Like, my favorite scene, probably one of my favorite scenes of the year, was him talking to his dad, and he's just so conflicted that his parents, he thought it was a certain way, and then his Earth father, he breaks it down to him, and he's like, that says more about you than about them. And right there, I was like, that just stuck with me. Just little moments like that go a long way in superhero movies because they kind of ground the film and all the extravagant sci-fi and stuff like that. This is, I hope, because I don't trust, ever since the whole Flash incident, the movie, and everything that was tied with it, like, it's the best superhero movie ever. I really don't trust whatever comes out of James Gunn's mouth about like they're not gonna get tampered with. Like Netflix is just gonna be like, all right, pump them out, pump them out, pump them out. We need content. We don't need cinema. And this was cinema. Cinema. Superman is a phenomenal movie. I really do recommend it if you haven't seen it. This feels more in line with the actual Superman that we get from the comic books, and that's what I love. There is certain things I would hope that they change in the next movies, like making him a little more like, not Boy Scout, but a little more like masculine. He needs to be more grounded in himself to lead others. And I hope we can get to that. And if Brainiac is the next villain, I am so down for it because we are way overdue for a Brainiac. Getting Lex Luthor all the time, getting General Zod, I am tired. And I am really excited for what's next with the DCU. And I'm really excited for Lanterns. I hope it's good. I really do. I have a thing coming up with a Green Lantern thing, so be on the lookout for that. Hint, hint, hint. Let's keep it going. So, the next one is Thunderbolts. I don't get emotional in movies, and this one got me emotional. I loved it. I didn't expect it to like it that much, but the trailer, I remember I watched the second trailer or something like that, and I was like, this might be good. This might be really good. Like, what is happening here? And so I was like, you know what, I'm a little skeptical, because Marvel is like, usually there's like one, lately it's been a dud, and then a good one, and then a great one, and then a dud, and don't even get me started on their shows. It's just, man. This was the closest thing I felt to like classic Marvel, like first three phases of Marvel, where they built up the characters in other shows and they brought them together. And I know it's New Avengers later down, like at the end, but I didn't really care for that. I like the Thunderbolt thing. They had it kind of like, they hinted at Thunderbolt Mountain. They had Sentry, like Sentry. Okay, when I read comic books, Sentry was that guy. Like, I came in right when they were introducing him into like the whole Brian Michael Bendis era. I really liked this movie, and like it wasn't just about like the comic book stuff. It was something deeper. It was like depression and like dealing with your own like the mental health aspect that they added to the film was very well made, and it got me hooked, and I watched it like maybe 2-3 times. I don't know what that says about me, but dude, I'm glad they made Thunderbolts that good. Am I concerned about where they might go with it? Yes, but at least we got one good Thunderbolt movie. I will say that. And I always did like Yelena in the Black Widow movie. Walker, I felt like he needed a little more time on screen, but Thunderbolts was probably my favorite MCU movie in a very long time, to the point where like I need to rearrange my top 10 because that movie just hit me so much. I absolutely had a blast. Loved it on a personal level. If the movies, especially Marvel movies, they gotta sit with me personally for me to like, oh, I'm gonna rewatch it. Like I love the Dark Knight trilogy, but I would have to really, really like watch them. And then movies like this, I can just like, I'm in the mood. Boom. Speaking of Netflix, biggest surprise of the year, Demon Hunters, or K-pop Demon Hunters. I know I sound ridiculous. Give me a second. This movie was good. It was really good. Cause like I watched it on Netflix and I was just gonna put it on the background. I was like, I heard it was good, and I had a friend, she recommended it, and I was like, if it's really that good, I'm gonna watch it. Let's just put it on. Oh my goodness gracious. I watched it like 3 or 4 times already, dude. Like this movie is good. And the last 2 times I watched it, I reversed the ending to watch it again because that ending just hits so hard.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the knife.
It's like a comic book. And I know it's relies more on anime, but like it feels very comic booky at the end, and even the villain sacrifice at the end felt very Darth Vader, and that's what really hooked me. And this movie is really good. The songs are so catchy. Like I was like, dang, this is like classic Disney era. Like I'm listening to this song in the car, singing it while hopefully nobody that I know is watching. And this movie was absolutely like hits, bro. It's whatever the kids say nowadays. Dude, this movie is absolute cinema. This movie rocked. And the characters, they were so fun to be around, and it kind of gave me like Sailor Moon vibes. I don't know. This movie was awesome. I don't want to watch it now that I'm talking about it, but this movie was awesome and works on themes that it's classic, like good versus evil. And I know nowadays, especially American writers, they always want to go the route with, but the bad guys complex and this, and that. And I'm like, dude, just give me a straight up. There's some people that they don't got no hearts, bro. They got no heart. All it is just chaos. Look what happened to Joker. But anyways, K-pop Demon Hunters. If you haven't seen it, watch it. This movie absolutely rocks. And I might go watch it again. But K-pop Demon Hunters, the biggest surprise of the year. Absolutely loved it. Phenomenal movie. Yeah, it's going on my list for this year. I know I really took a break there. And you know what? The community, seeing y'all's comments and seeing people actually react to videos I posted a long time ago, or like a year or 2 years ago, finally starting to hit, kind of like, okay, maybe like I should come back. Maybe I'm not gonna lie, I had a rough time. And now that things are like finally settling in and I feel a lot better, and you can't pour out of an empty cup. That's all I'm gonna say about it. But I felt the urge to come back, and I miss making videos for y'all, and I absolutely gotta thank like You're the Collector, Cody Collects, watching y'all's videos really inspired me to keep going. And even my favorite podcasts like Point 3 Podcasts, love watching y'all. Even go check out Why So Sidious. I love their channel. I know I've been on some of these guys. I've been on these guys' podcasts. And even You're the Collector, he has his own podcast, and they're very like, that's the reason why I got into Ultimate Wolverine, or actually reading it, because of them. It kind of made me like, you know what? I'm being selfish. I gotta come back. And I know I've been a little slow lately, but the holidays and with what I do with the dance scene and everything, it's a lot of this going on. So now that things are settling down, I would like to ask y'all, what would you want first? Me to finish the Mortal Kombat series, or me to finish the Marvel Zombie series? Let me know down below. Speaking of year, all right, the Rome's Army, as I want to say. If you haven't gone a Year of the Collector's page, and he still hasn't posted his top 10, I want you to go right now and go to any video and ask him, where's your top 10?
Yeah, boy.
Because we all know Year of the Collector's favorite comic book is Absolute Batman. And he just hasn't made his series yet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we have to get that out. So I need y'all's help. We need to go over there and we need to start commenting on his videos and subscribe to him as well. He's one of my good buddies, good friends. We need to see that top 10. We know you love Absolute Batman, but we need to see what else you like. You know what I mean? But anyways, go watch his podcast. And because of that podcast, I started reading Ultimate Wolverine, because I was kind of like, you know how I am, like, oh, I can read it. Ultimate Wolverine, I'm going to have to do a separate video because I really want to go in depth and kind of do like a classic, what I usually do. I know I usually stay on the layer stuff. Like, I want to go deeper with the Ultimate Wolverine because I kind of went through this past year. I really related to what Wolverine kind of went, like, we'll get it when you watch it. And Ultimate Wolverine was probably my favorite read of the year. That was the one book I was like constant on, like, okay, I gotta read this. Absolute Batman was fun. But yes, Ultimate Wolverine will get its separate video because I really want to talk about it and go into depth and go a little more personal in that video. I don't want to do it here because you can see my face. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. What a phenomenal show. This show was awesome. I haven't been in love with a Spider-Man show in a very long time. I really do recommend it. It is so good. It is so Spider-Man. It kind of frustrates me that what we got in the earlier MCU Spider-Man wasn't as good as this. I feel like this works better. Number one, baby. Number one. It's not even numbered. No. But anyways, this is my favorite thing. My first Comic Con. Oh my goodness, people. Oh my goodness. I absolutely loved it. The Ultimate Wolverine, I guess I don't want to say for the video, but it's because I met the artist, and the artist is one of my new favorite artists. Hot take, but mostly all the artists that do digital kind of all have the same style. And sometimes I get confused because I'm like, oh, he's doing this book and he's doing this book. Well, guess what? Different artists. Sorry, had to say it. And y'all can fight me in the comments down below. I met him. Oh my gosh. I met so many legends. And oh my gosh, it's all hitting me now. Oh my gosh.
Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone?
I met the guys who got me back into comic books. I met Greg Capullo. He signed my Wolverine and even signed my Omnibus, the ones behind me. Scott Snyder. They both, like, I met them. Dude, I was a kid, bro. I was like, oh my gosh. I met Charles Soule. He did like the best, like one of the Star Wars books I've ever read. I met so many people. If you don't watch those videos, go watch them. Or hopefully, if y'all want something in the background, put them on. Like, I put a lot of work into them. But, dude, that trip was a little stressful, I'm not gonna lie, because, like, everything. I gotta get all this in hand. I had to work more. I had to get like, I had to do DoorDash to get like a bunch of extra money, but it all paid off. I ended up getting a suite. I was there for all 3 days. I ended up didn't pay for parking at the end because like I always gave good tips to the people that service my car, and little acts of kindness go a long way, guys. I mean, I didn't expect anything of it. I was like, hey guys, I know y'all working hard. Here you go. But that trip was so amazing. So amazing. I absolutely loved it. If y'all are watching from when I met you at the Comic-Con, thanks for still sticking with me. And even to the community, thanks for picking my channel and watching me. I know I haven't done like the monologues, the comics explain stuff. I want to get back to it. That's what the Ultimate Wolverine's kind of be like, but it's going to be a little more deeper. Thanks, guys. I'll see y'all next time. Be on the lookout for that Ultimate Wolverine. And make sure you go and bully Year the Collector and get him to put out that top 10. I'll see y'all next time, guys. Deuces. I'm out. Christ is King. And I'll see you later.